two nations, one shared history, but two vastly different futures. North Korea and South Korea, two halves of a once unified peninsula. One is a beacon of freedom and innovation, while the other remains an isolated and controlled state. In this 20-minute journey, we'll uncover what life is like in North Korea and explore the sharp contrasts between these two nations. Korea has a rich and shared history, but its story took a tragic turn in the 20th century. For centuries, the Korean Peninsula was unified, with a culture deeply rooted in Confucianism, language, and traditions. But everything changed during the 20th century. After World War II, Japan's occupation of Korea ended, and the peninsula was divided. The Soviet Union took control of the north, while the United States influenced the south. This division at the 38th parallel was meant to be temporary, but it became permanent. In 1950, war broke out. The Korean War claimed over 2 million lives and left the peninsula devastated. The fighting ended in 1953, with no peace treaty, just an armistice. Today, the two Koreas remain technically at war, living under the shadow of this unresolved conflict. North Korea, officially the Democratic People's Republic of Korea, is one of the most isolated and secretive countries in the world. Let's take a closer look at what life is really like for its 26 million citizens. For ordinary North Koreans, life revolves around survival. The majority live in rural areas, working in agriculture under state-controlled systems. Food shortages are common, and malnutrition is a persistent problem. While the regime often claims to be self-sufficient, international aid is critical in preventing starvation. Housing, education, and employment are also controlled by the state. Citizens are assigned jobs based on their perceived loyalty to the government, and families are classified into a caste-like system called Songbun, which determines their social status and opportunities. In recent years, black markets have emerged as a vital lifeline for many North Koreans, allowing them to trade goods outside the strict control of the government. These markets operate in secret, often under the watchful eye of authorities. Pyongyang is North Korea's capital and a symbol of the regime's propaganda. Reserved for the elite, it is far removed from the hardships faced by most citizens. Here, you'll find grand monuments like the Juche Tower and Kim Il-sung Square, designed to glorify the Kim dynasty. But even in Pyongyang, the image of prosperity is carefully staged. Citizens in the capital are under constant surveillance, and everything, from their clothing to their conversations, is controlled. Propaganda is at the heart of life in North Korea. From the moment they are born, citizens are taught to revere their leader as a godlike figure. Schools, media, and public spaces are filled with images and stories glorifying Kim Jong-un and the regime. Access to the outside world is forbidden, the internet is tightly restricted, and only state-approved content is allowed. This control ensures that most North Koreans know little about life beyond their borders. In stark contrast to the North, South Korea has emerged as a global leader in technology, culture, and innovation. Let's explore what life is like in this dynamic nation. South Korea's rise from poverty after the Korean War is nothing short of miraculous. Known as the Miracle on the Han River, the country transformed itself into the world's 10th largest economy. Companies like Samsung, Hyundai, and LG are global giants, driving South Korea's economy. South Korea is also a cultural powerhouse. From K-pop to K-dramas, its entertainment industry has captivated audiences worldwide. At home, life is fast-paced, with a strong emphasis on education and work. Despite its successes, South Korea faces challenges, including rising income inequality, long working hours, and one of the lowest birth rates in the world. Yet its citizens enjoy freedoms that many in the North can only dream of. The Demilitarized Zone, or DMZ, is a 4-kilometer wide buffer zone that separates North and South Korea. It is one of the most heavily guarded borders in the world, and a symbol of the division that defines the peninsula. Yet, the DMZ is also a place of hope. Occasionally, leaders from both sides meet here, seeking to ease tensions and work toward peace. The human cost of division is immense. Families have been torn apart, with loved ones unable to see each other for decades. For defectors who escape the north, the journey to freedom is dangerous, often involving treks through China and Southeast Asia. Their stories are a testament to the resilience of the human spirit and a reminder of the ongoing struggles faced by those in the north. North and South Korea share a common history, but their futures couldn't be more different. One thrives on freedom and innovation, while the other remains isolated and controlled. Yet the dream of a united Korea persists. Perhaps one day, the peninsula will be whole again. Thank you for watching this documentary. If you found it insightful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts below.